A time capsule is being buried underneath the new £65 million sea defence at Dymchurch in Kent today. The wall will protect more than 2,500 homes on low-lying land at Romney Marsh. Well, our reporter Abigail Bracken is in Dymchurch for us now this lunchtime. And Abigail, I believe the building work is nearly completed.
Yes, that's right. Work is almost finished on this final 2.2 kilometre section of the Dymchurch sea wall, protecting people living in the low-lying Romney Marsh for the next 100 years. Now, to mark that, the local History Society has put together a time capsule. Now, Colin, you're from the History Society. What is it that you've put in here?
What we have a book on the history of the Dymchurch wall. And this book tells us about time since the Roman times. So the Romans instigated the wall. Another thing we have here are all these cards that the people of the village have given their memories of today for the people of the future to read. Another item we popped in there we thought was a mobile phone, which we thought was rather apt, and they could perhaps get in touch with us.
And have you thought to put in a charger?
We haven't put a charger, but perhaps they'll have their own.
Let's hope so. Now, within the next few minutes, this pyramid will be lifted up by a crane. The capsule will be put inside, and hopefully it will stay there for the next 100 years.
Let's hope so. Thank you, Abigail.
It's a seawall the whole family can enjoy. This 2.2 kilometre section of Dymchurch sea wall is almost finished. The whole project cost £60 million. 1,700 steps have been built. A wall that sends waves back out towards the sea has been added, and there's now a lower and an upper promenade.
Well, we've totally transformed the sea defence that we had here before. We had a sort of historic sea wall that was very much at the end of its life. We was having very high maintenance costs, and we was getting a lot of storm damage after extensive storms. So we was lucky enough to be able to put a scheme through for the people of Dymchurch.
They want to prevent scenes like these. In 1953, sea defences were broken by a freak tide at Canvey Island on the Essex coast. 307 people died. And so this new sea wall at Dymchurch will not only protect thousands of homes on the marsh, but will keep bringing in holidaymakers.
The economy of a village like Dymchurch depends very much on tourism. And so the new work that's been done, which is lovely, it's absolutely magnificent, will enhance the tourism facility.
To mark the wall almost being completed, a crane's lifted the top from this pillar to bury a time capsule within, put together by the local history group.
The history of the wall goes back so far, and we just wanted to take it on a little bit for the next 100 years, so that the people who are here in 100 years' time, long after we've gone, will know a little bit about what happened here today.
So inside the box there's a book on the history of the Dymchurch sea wall, there's a local paper, and there's hundreds of cards that people have been filling out with their messages for people living in the future. And what could remind you of Kent more than a programme from the local cricket club? And so if the sea defences hold, it'll be 100 years before that programme's seen again. Abigail Bracken in Dymchurch for Meridian Tonight.